Hello and welcome to the Montae Comedy Show. Somebody told me that Donald Trump was going around selling beanie babies. Okay? A maggot friend of mine told me he bought three and he knows that H is a beanie baby collector, so he gave them to me. All right. But I want to talk a little bit about Donald Trump. He's flying around on Air Force One today, lying his ass off. Uh, I don't understand why our press don't push back when he tells lies. All right, when he says that Russia didn't invade Ukraine, when we all saw it with our own eyes. All right, when he says that he is going to reduce the price of eggs, and he didn't, and when he said that we got to feel pain. Well, H. Monty's an old man. I don't feel no pain. I don't know about you. You see what I'm saying? So Donald Trump is a big fat liar. I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine this morning, and he was talking about the maggots and how they were maggotized. They hate the country. And he said that, and I didn't catch this, but I catch it now. These maggots aren't qualified. You see what I'm saying? They're telling us that black people, other people, DEI, they're the damn DEI. Come on now. You're gonna tell me that RFJ is not DEI or that guy who he put in charge of our defense, an alcoholic? Now you know damn well if somebody was doing what he was doing, he sent you his resume, you call all of his character reference, and they tell you this man showed up at work drunk, you would hire his ass. So this is to show you that the maggots are lying to you. Tell the poor young people you don't need an education. I'm talking about poor young white guys. So you don't need an education. Just get yourself an AK-47 and learn how to shoot because the government is out to get you. But now it's ironic that the maggots are the government. The enemy of the state. They did it right. Took over the press. Got the press scared as hell. Tell me that Joe and Mika were so afraid that they went to the White House and said, please, please, for the James Brown. I know that Joe Scarborough is a music man. I love his music, and I love Joe Scarborough, right? Now you understand him being afraid. Okay, so that's not get on him too bad, right? Because they're coming back and they're talking shit on MSNBC. MSNBC is making a comeback. They fired Joy Reid because they said somebody got to go. You see what I'm saying? Now, Joy Reid is not DEI. So I want to know why they fired her. I'm going to tell you why. Because Joy was talking shit. Joy always have something on about black people and telling us, what's going on. And it's not really negative. She's just telling the truth. But they couldn't stand that. She got to go. But Donald Trump, he hates her. You see what I'm saying? But Joe Scarborough and Mika, they protected themselves. They went and talked to Donald Trump and said, please, 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 James Brown type music. Please don't do anything to us. You see what I'm saying? But now the tide is turning. People aren't afraid. You saw Chelsea Handler? Just Chelsea Handler? That's one of my favorite comedians. She roasted his ass. She did him in. Even Cher Bono, one of my favorite singers, came out and said he was an asshole. So the people aren't afraid because remember the last time he did to these comedians. Comedians said something about him and he destroyed that woman's career. But see now the maggots ain't backing him. The maggots are in hiding. H. Montae had a maggot friend that used to come on and call me all kind of names. I called him yesterday and said, how you doing? Because you know, I mean, come on, Donald Trump fooled these people. In the conversation with the friend that I had earlier, we were talking about a cult. All right, now we can say without a doubt that Donald Trump and the maggots are a modern day Jim Jones cult. I'll tell you why. Okay. All right. Heavy Monty knows all about this stuff right now because I talked to the Reverend Daniel Jones. And he told me what a cult was. Right, a cult is, they get a leader. All right, not a very sophisticated leader. So when Donald Trump is your leader, that's the bottom of the damn barrel. you know, you got to make him up, right? Fix his hair and shit. I understand he grows the shit down here and wean it up, whatever the hell he's doing, right? And he got to put on this gold suntan lotion and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he has to be a notorious liar because you can't be a cult leader and tell the truth. You see what I'm saying? You got to lie. So you know that he meets two of them, right? He's a liar and he's a make up fake person. You see what I'm saying? So you get him, and then, you get the goods on him. You know, Vladimir Putin owns his ass, had his wife on TV butt naked with no clothes on. you know, so because this is a clue, this will tell you, if somebody put your wife on TV butt naked, what would happen? Well, to heavy, there'd be some fisticuffs. You put my wife on TV butt naked, I certainly won't be voting for your ass. You see what I'm saying? And coming up to your age when Ukraine is kicking your ass, you know, give Ukraine the power. Let them run that pipsqueak Vladimir Putin out of town because he's scared now. They're blowing up his shit. You see, and Trump is a slick little son of a gun. Now, let me tell you what, Vladimir Putin messed around with them Europeans. H. Montae lived over there. You see what I'm saying? The only reason why they hadn't been building shit is because we said we were going to protect them. But now, since they know that Donald Trump is an asshole and you can't count on Donald Trump is bullshit, man. It's all about the money. So how many missiles you need? I'm going to charge you $50,000 a missile because you're not giving me enough money, right? Even though all your people are dying, whatever. We're not giving you nothing. You see what I'm saying? And here we are paying all this money and lying, lying. Told everybody that the Europeans pay less into NATO than he did, than America did. Check it out for yourself. So we have a political party based on lies, all right? And there's no place for liars. Just imagine you're walking over a bridge and the bridge is about to collapse if you put your weight on it, okay? And you can trust the guy, okay, to tell you the truth, whether or not the bridge was out and you fall to your death. And that's what happened to the maggots. They fell to the death. All right. They look like fools. And on top of it, Donald Trump tell them you're a fool. Donald Trump said, look, you're suckers and losers. Now, you know what you do to a sucker and a loser? You cut off his aid. You cut off his food stamps. You take away his social security, right? You take away all his shit. And you look, excuse me, and I don't mean to cuss today. You take away everything from that person. You beat that person down. You make them afraid. You take away the press from them, right? And the only thing they got to depend on is you. Now, come on, America. You can't depend on Donald Trump. No one can depend on Donald Trump. Donald Trump is bought and paid for. Okay? Vladimir Putin got a piece of his ass. So does Elon Musk. Elon Musk paid a bunch of money in 3 states to convince these people. In Pennsylvania, they had signs all over the place. All right. And those 3 states were the key because those maggots already control the red states. you know. And one more thing before each month they go on the each month comedy show. I want to know, hey, red states, you know what a Republican is, right? You know what he is? He controls your entire state. Okay. Controls the House, State House, the State Senate, and the Supreme Court, and all the municipalities, right? And you got all the black folk and all the poor people, crammed into a corner, and all the federal money that comes into your state. All right, the Republicans, they split that shit up among themselves. Your roads are crumbling, like in Tennessee, Black City. They refuse to fix the damn roads. You see what I'm saying? So why are you voting for a Republican when you know what they're doing to you in your state? Right, because they got your ass. They magnetize you. You know what I'm saying? The church. You see what I'm saying? And in a lot of these states, like Nebraska, they were going, yeah, kick them out, kick them out. But now they're in trouble. You see what I'm saying? They're about to starve because the farmers are going belly up. And then they're going to want us to bail the farmers out. You see what I'm saying? That's affirmative action. You see what I'm saying? You know, so I want to say something before I go here today. America, we should be tired of these maggots, and we should let them know there's no longer any reason to be afraid. Okay, especially after what Chelsea Handler and Chair Bono said about his sorry stinking ass. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, a maggot voter, you need to get even with this guy. Now, if Montae has told you to register en masse as a Democrat, you see what I'm saying? Because they hide no more town halls, they say. Now, how do you feel? You vote for somebody, you know, he's your congressman, he comes to your district, and he tells you that Donald Trump is the greatest thing in the world. Okay, and everything's going to be all right for you, and your family's going to be all right. And they're going to get rid of those black people and those Spanish people and anybody that's not like you, and they're going to close down all the other religions, and the only religion going to be is yours. Okay, and you believe that, you know, because you're in a cult, you need to get some help. We have psychiatrists, plenty of them, looking for jobs, looking for people. Call them up and tell them you need help because you need help, you know, because this is, you know, I'm a veteran, you know what I'm saying? And when we first got out of the military, they said we're not civilized because, you know, it's a military community. I'm talking about as far as, you know, the checkbook and, you know, and because, you know, I got cash most of the time. You know, I didn't know nothing about certain things, you know, and if I spent all my money when I was in the military, I just ate in the mess hall for the rest of the doggone, you know, until the check came again, the rest of the month. You'd be mad as hell eating that food. And you say, oh, I'll never, never, never spend, you know, my whole check again. You know, I'm going to save some money so I can eat this to me. But the next month you spend it again, drinking and partying with the boys. You see what I'm saying? That's what Donald Trump is. Donald Trump gives you nothing. Okay. When you're sitting, you know, at his rally and he's telling you this stuff, it never is financial to you. To him, it's money. It's all about the money and playing you, play you out of your soul, have you hating people, you know. So, maggots, you should be ashamed of your damn self. You need to do something about this stuff, man. Because somebody did me the way Donald Trump did me, had me, you know, defecating on the floor of the White House, had me taking a Confederate flag through the White House, having me trying to hang and hurt somebody, another human being, because we should not take a human life. It's not ours to take, you know. But the maggots, all right, they should screw the Bible. We gonna hang, my friends. You see what I'm saying? You know, climbing up the walls like monkeys. And now Donald Trump, he took it, pardon them. And some of them are committing some very violent crimes, I understand. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing good about a maggot. All right. A maggot is a cult. A maggot is somebody who wants to get something for nothing. They are the modern day affirmative action, you know, people they accuse, you know, black people of being. They're the ones that asking for a hand out and saying, hey, you know, I don't need an education. And the role model for that, and a clear example of what I'm talking about is that cabinet that Donald Trump put in place. Okay? He fired black people. He said, hey, that black general, you know, who was more than qualified. Okay? A lot more qualified than the damn alcoholic scumbag. You know what I'm talking about. That guy in charge right now, a racist, in my opinion. All right. So, you know, he put all these people that are not qualified to do Cash Patel as the FBI director. Come on, America. You see what I'm saying? You know, this is the type of shit that we have to put up with when you pick a garbage man for president. He was riding around in a garbage truck. They should have told you. Now, uh, I'm going to tell the House and the Senate, you Republican maggots in the House and the Senate. All right. America and the red states, they screwed you. So you owe them nothing. You vote against them. Never, ever vote for another Republican. Don't do it. You've given them enough chances. And the Democrats need power. We don't need those crying, whining son of a bitches. Excuse my language, but I think that's what they are. We don't need them. Okay, my wife told me not to cuss, but I did. That's the only thing I can think about right now. We don't need those people who are destroying our people in those red states and leading them astray. All right. What you did to the people in those red states is an abomination before God. Lying to those people like that. All right. And, people say, to me, those people are who they are and what they are. They're racist, they're misogynists, and all of that. I think that some of that is true. But I think most of it had to do with somebody telling them when they were afraid of losing their jobs, you understand, their way of lives, and using religion to say that, you know, you're protecting the unborn by killing women, which H. Monty do not play around with that because I have 5 sisters. All right. Okay. All right. And all of them, 4 of them dead. All right. So I want to say to you guys, all right, that our women need to be protected, not by any special law or whatever. They need to be protected by us, men. All right. And our women are not being protected by us Republican men. You know, your wife and your daughter is not being protected. All right. When the role model, okay, is a man like Donald Trump, what do you tell your daughter and your wife? You say, with the things that he's doing to women. Okay. All right. You got a gay child or a gay son. Did you want him hurt? You remember they hung, I guess the kid's name was Matthew Shepard, right? Yeah. Beat him up, put barbed wire around his neck. Uh-huh. And then the maggot said he don't need protection. Gay people don't need protection. All right. And they're killing them. All right. And thou shalt not kill. Okay. All right. That's a bad thing to do. Take another person's life. That's not right. So this is what we're dealing with. A cult. All right. A scary cult. Okay. But I say, in the words of the Reverend Daniel Jones, Donald Trump was placed on this earth by God to expose the wicked. Okay? And I believe that. I believe that. I believe that because you see what's going on. People are dying all over the world. This is some Satanistic stuff. All right, some antichrist garbage, they say. When he cut off aid and children died, you got to be a horrible, horrible, despicable human being to cut off food from children in Africa when they're dying. And you have to be worse as a Republican in the House and Senate. That's what they call them, sons of bitches. All right? That's what they call them. That's an appropriate name for them. All right? Mass murderers. These are the people that say that they are the children of God and everybody else is bad. A cult. We have a cult running our country. All right? You can see it. You understand? Because they see Donald Trump as a god. But us who have clear eyes see him as a demon that he is. Huh? We see that in H. Monte's opinion. Well, this is the H. Monte Comedy Show. A little fun, a little laughter, a little seriousness. And one of the things I want to be serious about is I need everybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, I have 90 subscribers in a 2-week period. Tons of views. Okay? And we're going to build this thing slow. If we get 1 or 2 subscribers a day, that's okay with us. All right? We're talking to 1 or 2 people if that's all we need to talk to. All right? But I think we are an effective voice for all. For people on the left and people on the right. Because we have your interests at heart. This is H. Monte and the H. Monte Podcast and the H. Monte Comedy Show. Love you, everyone. Out.